This method is called the 5 Tibetan Rites of Rejuvenation, and is a very dynamic and powerful way to rejuvenate the body and bring a lot of chi and uplifting energy into your system. It consists of 5 exercises that are done, and we're going to start by doing each exercise just 5 repetitions. And then you will gradually build up, repetition by repetition, until you get to the point where you're able to do 21 of each repetition. So you'll start with 5, and when you're ready, you add 6. You don't just add 6 maybe like the next day, but after a few days or a week, you add another repetition so that over time, you've built up at your own rate and speed, getting up to 21. We don't start with 5 and we're at 21 the next week. We build up steadily, and that way we can stick with it for a long time, because 21 is a lot of dynamic energy, and we want to just take our time building up to it. So the 5 exercises are as follows. The first one is twirling in a clockwise direction, which is around the to your right. So we stand with our feet together, and we hold our arms out to the side, and we're going to spin around 5 times. Okay, that's 5. Now, we stand and do our resting phase. It's a little bit different than our Qigong. We stand with our feet apart, our eyes closed, our hands akimbo, on our hips like this, and we're just standing here. The second rite of rejuvenation is done on the floor. So we recline, and we take on the backs, we're going to actually put our butt on the backs of our hands like this. And the way this exercise works is we're going to exhale as we bring our legs up and our neck up both at the same time in a dynamic fashion like this. Inhale back, exhale. And now we'll do them 3 more in rapid speed. Like that. And we go straight to the next exercise without our resting period. This is the only time we'll do this. On the other ones we rest. On this one, just like in the other one we were snapping our head forward, on this one we put our head backwards, and we will inhale back and exhale forward. We place our toes up to brace ourselves. Our hands are touching the backs of our thighs. We start with our head down like this, and we inhale back. Using a very dynamic inhale, dynamic exhale, snapping the head forward. Just at the rate that's proper for you, not too hard. And now we do our resting period. Small smile on our lips. Keeping the knees open and not locked. Just standing, doing nothing. And now our 4th rite. On this one, we sit with our back straight and our feet pointed straight out, legs straight out in front of us, feet up. Our hands will be next to our hips with the fingers pointing forward. And we straighten out the elbows. We're going to start with our head down on the chest, and just like the previous one, We're going to inhale as we go back and exhale forward. The difference is on this one, we're going to actually move our waist up to make like a bridge as follows. Five repetitions, and are standing and resting. Knees open as usual, small smile, doing nothing. You can stand there as long as you wish. 15 to 30 seconds is good. Our final rite of rejuvenation of the 5 is like an upward and downward dog in rapid succession. We start with our hands placed on the mat, and we assume this position with our head back. And now we're going to exhale to begin. Inhale. And standing. And that is our 5 Tibetan rites. They work as a set. We do them in exactly that order. We stand and rest at the end of each one, except between number 2 and number 3, we go directly from the second to the third rite without our standing and resting period. And at the end of the 5, it's not required, but it's always a good idea, if you have a few minutes, just to do lying down position, feet straight out like this, hands straight out, and just laying for a few minutes, eyes closed and doing nothing. And that helps to balance the system. Of course, you would lay much longer than I just did. A few minutes is good. It's not required, but it's a nice thing to end the practice and be very balanced afterwards. I do recommend that if you do multiple kinds of Qigong, if you can, you do this one at the end, and then you do whatever cool down that you do. It could be laying or another cool down method that you know, and then your meditation, if that's your practice and feasible for you. So integrate this into your life in a way that works well for you. Morning or evening times is best. Thank you.